Name is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
Judging left, twisted right. You've got me so hypnotized. We both.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki. Today is Friday, and if you're new to my channel, every Friday I film some type of face chart recreation, unless otherwise specified that I'm not gonna be filming. But this face chart is really simple, really easy. I forgot who sent it to me, but it was sent to me on Instagram. So it's very easy, but it's bright, so I like it. I'm going to be using 4 different palettes for this one. I have the James Charles and Morphe palette. I have the ColourPop Just My Luck. I have the ColourPop and Bretman Rock palette, and I have the Makeup Shack Rainforest palette. So only 2 of those palettes, no, 3 of them. 3 of the 2 palettes, the shades have names. The Rainforest palette, there are no names for the shades, so there's that. Anyway, enough talking, I have everything ready. So let's get started. So as you can see, I already primed my eyes and I added another layer of concealer because I want this yellow to pop. So the first shade I'm going to be using is the Cleo Amore, oops, upside down, sorry. The Cleo Amore shade, this one right here. Sorry, from the Bretman Rock and ColourPop collaboration Lit palette. You're going to see the back of the Just My Luck palette in my hand. I'm not using it right now, but this has a really good mirror, so that's why I'm using that. So I'm going to take Cleo Amore, like I said, and put it all over my lids. Well, above the crease, of course. It will probably go a little bit below the crease, not gonna lie. But yeah. And ignore the cartoon in the background. It's like there's always only cartoons on in the background when I'm doing a video. It happens, it happens. Excuse my hair also, I slept with it wet and I just untwisted it because I put in 2 little twists, but it was wet when I fell asleep. And now I look crazy, and that's fine. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at the chart while I do this. I don't want to blend it out too much though. I really like this yellow shade. I did a yellow look the other day and I used this shade. Plus the B from the James Charles and Morphe palette, which is the shade I'm going to be using out of that palette today. But right now we're still working with the Cleo shade. Okay, that's done, and then next I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to go into the shade, 2 shades, 50/50 and Kiss My Ass, which is, they're right next to each other. I'm turning it upside down because I don't want to blind anybody with the ring light in the mirror. These 2 right here, going to be using those 2 shades. I just have to find the perfect brush, which I think it is this one. I'm going to start with Kiss My Ass and then go, no, 50/50 and then Kiss My Ass. Because 50/50 is a dark olive shimmer shade, and Kiss My Ass is like a muted evergreen, emerald shade type deal. And that goes right up in there. It's gonna be messy at first. I blend everything out after. And then I'm gonna take the same brush, clean it off a little bit though. Then put Kiss My Ass right there, like that. And I'm gonna blend them together, of course. I'm going to take the end of the fluffy end. I use it as a blending end from my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that came with the palette. If I can find it. I have my cup full of brushes. Okay, found it. This end. I'm gonna make sure it's clean because last time I used this, I didn't do it on camera, but last time I used this brush, I didn't realize there was black on it, and I had a pink eye look, and yeah, it became a pink smoky eye real quick. It was cute, but it's not what I was expecting. Okay, so that's cleaned off, and then we just blend it all together. I really like this brush for blending. I promise, toys these days are so weird. I already talked about the pooping toy, like the stepping on poop toy before. Now there's like Like the LOL surprises, they're cute, but at the same time, mad weird. Gonna need a little more yellow. So I'm gonna go back into the Clio more, using the same brush, and like blend out the edge of the green so it's not so green, because if you look at the chart, it's not that green. Like you can see the green, but you can also see the yellow, so I'm going to make sure you can see both shades. Oh, I'm excited for Avengers. A little more yellow right there. There we go. Nice. So the next I'm going to be taking the James Charles and Morphe. I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm going to mix Social Blade and B together. I'm going to mix those two shades together. If you don't have this palette, I will show you the shade I'm talking about. Uh-oh, my nail just went into the blue shade. Whoopsies. It's dirty, I know. These two, B and Social Blade. I'm going to mix them together and put them on my lid. Excuse this palette, I use it a lot, so it looks a little crazy. For those two to be mixed together, I am going to be taking my Morphe M155, 156, 155, I don't know, the number's completely gone. I can only see the one. M155 or 56, one, I don't know. It's this one, this double-ended brush. I'm going to mix those two shades together on the brush first. Social Blade and then B. So you can't see Social Blade, but it's under there. And I'm going to put that right there. But then I'm going to take a little bit of Social Blade towards the edge. Like that. Not too crazy. And do the same thing on the end. Social Blade first, then B. And put it all this way. But then for the back, just Social Blade. And a little more B in the front, so it's slightly more yellow. Alright. And then I'm going to be taking, I know I have one. I just have to find it. Excuse my phone. Just have to find it. I know I have one. A round tip blending brush. I know I have one, but I cannot see it for the life of me. I have too many brushes. Forget it, we're just gonna take the same ABH brush, cleaned off because it's mostly yellow on here. And we're gonna blend that a little bit, not too much, because I don't want the color to disappear. And I'm gonna take a little bit of 50-50, I almost blinded you guys, 50-50 from the Just My Luck and put it into my crease. And I'm going to apply that using one of these Vander brushes that I got. It looks like this. And I'm gonna just take a little bit of it on the brush, and I have to tilt my head down and just put that in the crease on both eyes, of course. Alright, then we're going to go into the Makeup Shack palette. This is the first time in a long time I'm gonna get ready with me where I'm talking this much. And they don't have names. Excuse the ratchetness of this palette. I use this a lot too. This is my favorite shade in this palette. I mean, all the shades are beautiful, but I love this one right here. It has no name. It's like a iridescent white, but it's like a super shimmery white, and I like to use it in my inner corners. But for this look, I'm going to combine it with Mary Jane from the Just My Luck palette, which is, one of the colors almost popped out of the palette. Mary Jane is the shade right here in the center. So I'm going to be combining those two on that Morphe M1. No, actually I'm not going to use that. I lied. I'm going to use this mermaid tail brush that I got from AliExpress. I'm going to spray because these shades work really well when you wet the brush. So I'm using my ColourPop setting spray. Why? Because it works amazingly. So I'm going to take Mary Jane first, and then the iridescent shade, I've combined them on my brush, so this is what they look like. You can't see the Mary Jane, but you will see it once I put it on my eye. So I'm just gonna go. So like that, but more, of course, I need more. Just doing a little more of the Mary Jane shade so it's not too white, but like that. Take the iridescent shade, the Mary Jane shade, other side, and then add a little more of the Mary Jane shade. Such a pretty color. That looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. Just trying to blend it out a little more. Of course, I'm gonna go off camera now to do my face off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll do the lower lash line, which I'm worried about because even on the waterline it's like a light green shade, and I don't have one of those, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make this work. But yeah, I'll be back. So I'm back. As you can see, I did a lot of stuff off camera. Now we're gonna finish the eyes, and I feel weird because if you look at the picture, there is no wing, and I want to do a wing so bad. I have to get the picture. I want to do a wing so bad. Ugh. Where's the picture? I want to do wings so bad. I mean, there's a thin line. I guess I could play it off. Yeah, there's a thin line. I guess we could do a thin, but don't make a wing. That's gonna be hard. But I'm gonna go onto the lower lash line first. I need to put the phone down so I can look at the picture. This is the first time in a very long time that I've done a face chart where I talk this much, and it's weird. So for the lower lash line, I am going to be taking another Vander brush. I got all of my Vander brushes from AliExpress. So I'm going to be taking this a Vander brush, but it's the black one. And I'm going to take, I think I'm going to go Mary Jane. I'm going to take Mary Jane from the Just My Look palette and apply that to my lower bottom lash line, even like on my waterline. Let's all pray that I don't hurt my eyeball trying to do this. I'm scared. Not too bad. I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, she's pulling her eye. It'd be like that a lot of the time with me. Okay. So that's done. And then underneath that, I'm going to be taking first B and then Social Blade, I guess. So I'm going to do B first, still using the same brush. B first. And put that, bring it all the way to like down here. It's probably hard to tell because it's a yellow shade, and my skin complexion will let this yellow shade be great. Yellow first. And then clean the brush off. Still gonna use the same brush. So the colors blend better together. And then Social Blade. Social Blade's gonna go right underneath my lashes. And if you can hear the TV, probably can, probably can't. I'm watching Goosebumps now, so there's lots of screaming going on. I forget how much I love this show. Okay, wait. And aside from the fallout on my face, it's actually kind of cute. So to blend in the fallout, what I'm going to do is take this little baby right here, make sure there's nothing on it, and I'm going to use this to make everything better. That works. And then I'm going to take this floofy little brush, which is the Morphe M531, and my favorite Hello Gregory Unicorn Frosting Highlight, Loose Highlight Pigment, and put that directly under my eye because, yeah, I just realized there are fake freckles on this chart. I might do them. I'm going to highlight my nose. First, I'm going to take the shade So Good from the James Charles palette. Sometimes when I highlight my nose, I do use eyeshadow. I'm going to be taking So Good first. And go all the way up like that. And then I'm going to be taking the Unicorn Frosting and just put it on top of what I've already done. And I did it this way for this face chart because the highlight is intense on the nose. So I used 2 on the nose. It's like a perfect circle. That'll work. And then I'm going to be taking my liner and try to, I'm going to attempt to do the thinnest line I can possible. Pray for me because this might not go well. I'm getting as close to my lashes as I can. Like you can't even tell there's anything there. Okay, that's a little better and not too crazy. I'm not gonna do fake lashes. Instead I'm just gonna use 3 mascaras instead of 2. I know this sounds excessive, but it works. By the way, this eyeliner is the Ipkin New York Optimal Liquid Eyeliner. This is what I usually use. I bought it in Korea though. So I try not to use a lot of it because obviously I can't get it, ignore my phone. That's my niece texting me. That'll work. I'm gonna do my mascara off camera though. Oh, my face is itching. Okay, next step. Should I attempt to do these freckles? I guess I can. I'm gonna take my paintbrush. I have a paintbrush in here that I use for different things. And I'm going to take the shade, what is this? 10% off from the James Charles palette. And mix that a little bit with No Beans. They're right next to each other. And I'm gonna, you know, should have wet the brush. So I did the freckles. I kind of like them actually, because in the picture they're really light. So I made mine really light. And apparently if you want to make them lighter, all you gotta do is push on them. So that's what I'm gonna do. You'll be able to see them when I take pictures though, because this Galaxy camera is crazy. It picks up everything. On to the lips. Wow, alright. Because I'm gonna do my mascara off camera. Actually, let's do brow bone highlight on camera. Going to be using the Hello Gregory. But yeah, my camera died. So there's that. I had to let it charge for a bit. And I like to use this as my brow bone highlight instead of a white highlighter, because on me white highlighters look strange. And then of course we all know that I have to put the dots on my eyebrows. See Black Panther 5 times and you just go crazy. I'm pretty sure I've seen it more than that, but I watched it 5 times and then the dots started. Sometimes I do 4, sometimes I do 5. Sometimes I do them all the same size, sometimes I do some big, some small. Today it's only gonna be 1 big, and then the rest is small. Oh, that's not a beautiful circle. No, it looks like a heart. A crappy heart. Uh-oh, now I gotta make this even. So of course my phone died again, so I figured why not just go and do everything that I can off camera and then come back and finish. So the last thing I was doing was the liner, I believe. No, the dots in the liner. Finished that. And now I'm going to go back into Mary Jane because obviously it's faded, and put it back on my lower lash line. On my waterline, I mean. And then I'm going to take my Bad Gal Bang. That is what I put on my lower lashes. On my top lashes, I started to combine my Funkhouser Variable Lash Mascara and the Bad Gal Bang. But on my bottom lashes, I just do Bad Gal Bang. And this was another thing that I bought at the airport in Korea, because I really wanted to try it. And there's a store that they just built in the city I used to live in Korea, and they had started selling Benefit, but this was always sold out. I think I tried it once before in a mini like this one, but then I let it dry out because I didn't close it all the way, so that didn't last long, which was sad. But now I have this one. On to the lips. It's lips. It is time for lips. For lips, I have 4 products. I have my Fenty Gloss Bomb in, I think this is just the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. The original, number 1, the first one. I have my Auto Lip Liner Pencil from Intercolor in the shade Red Brown. Then I have 2 lippy sticks from ColourPop in their mini series. I have Ziggy and Cookie. I'm going to be using all of this. First thing I'm going to do is line my lips. And I saved this part for last because usually when I do it beforehand, it like fades away or goes bad or something. So I'm going to go back into the Makeup Shack palette, into that iridescent shade that I used, and decorate my inner corners. Just a little bit. And this I'm just going to use it by itself. I mean, I could add a little bit of the Mary Jane to it. I think I might. Just so it's not as white. So now I'm just taking a little bit of the Mary Jane. And my dog's in the hallway losing her mind. And this is the finished look. I like it a lot. I like how the lip came out because I was worried. Of course the lip in there is lighter, but I have a lip pencil lighter than this one because this is number 13. I have number 12, but I haven't unpacked everything yet, and I've been home for almost a month now, or a month, and I haven't unpacked all my makeup, well, all of my lip products yet. I haven't unpacked them yet, so, but that's it, that's all. Bye.